thinking. Gosh, that's so important in this day and age. I think that is probably one of the number one things kids need, is to be taught to think for themselves and to be able to let all the options and think through critically the consequences of the choices they make. A lot of it, unfortunately, is not happening in their homes.
Is that democratic schools, to me, create students who are motivated to learn. And so for me, it's about building rigor and relevance for students. I refuse to dumb it down when I teach, but this is about giving kids, every kid, the same kind of experience that they would get at a Triple E classroom for gifted services. I treat all kids as if they are incredibly intelligent, because they are. That whole critical thinking piece, to me, is really important, having kids talk.
How will changing family structures and demographics affect me as a future teacher?
The teachers are always kind of caught in the middle. You know, they're the ones that have to make parents happy, administrators happy, community happy, and educate kids at the same time.
And so when I hear that word, I interpret it to mean our free and reduced lunch counts, our English language learners, the percentage of kids who are on IEPs. Those to me are what I would consider demographics.
I think in this community the biggest change is that there are just simply no fathers around, and the mothers are so busy trying to provide, trying to put food on the table. A lot of the kids are not getting nurture, so they're raised in a very matriarchal society. So kids are growing up without an internal understanding of, you know, what is family really. I mean, family is like whatever they create. And they don't see
that is understanding those students that are lower achieving students, and trying to understand their backgrounds, their cultural backgrounds. And I think teachers, as far as one of the areas of continuing education that they can do, professional development, is become a greater awareness of that and where they're coming from.
How will the current legislator affect our future careers?
Well, on the one hand, you would think that maybe teachers should be held accountable. They're not going to do a good job, but having been a teacher, there's just so many variables that a teacher can't control. In a community like this, I just think it'd be really unfair to hold the teachers accountable exclusively for a kid who's not doing well, who's not thriving.
Future teachers are going to have to deal with a lot of uncertainty. Future teachers are going to have to expect to deal with tenure rules. I would expect that in the future that the legislature is going to go after tenure, whether or not teachers are entitled to tenure. It makes it hard when you're only working with the most needy kids. They're going to have to deal with the growth model and value added as a way of looking at whether or not we compensate or decide tenure rules or even just employment in general based on the improvements that students make while they're with that teacher. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Is that good, Erica?